Alright guys, so I have come here at the foothills of this Kuppa Gudda hill, and I have parked my bike here. This place seems to be as wild as it was back then. I don't see anyone here at this place. So what exactly happened when Donald came here back in 1960s was, when he came with Chowdhury after the news of that kill of that cow. So he came here, but he could not find out the carcass of the cow. So what they did was they tied up a goat somewhere nearby, and on a tree Donald spent that night. Because of the goat was bleating, in the evening a leopard did come, but that seemed to be a younger one. So Donald didn't want to shoot that, and he didn't want to have that guilt or blood of another innocent leopard in his hand. So he did not shoot it. He just shooed it away. That night he heard a leopard call from the Kuppa Gudda hills, and that is the hill right behind me there. And I'm standing at the foothills of this. I have no clue if there is any steps or anything to climb this. Usually when there is light poles going like this, there will be some path, and that's what I'm going to try and follow. So that night when the leopard was calling from the top of this hill, Donald knew that his leopard was calling from this hill, and apparently Donald had already shot 7 leopards from this hilltop, it seems. So I think there are more leopards maybe here even now. So he had shot so many leopards from this hilltop, and that's where he thought he's going to come here and shoot it the next day. In fact, this leopard also, after it was calling in the night, later in the night, it apparently had come down, it seems, and skirted around the village as it kept calling, but it never came closer to where he was. So he made a plan the next day to check out the caves in this hill and to try and shoot this leopard. So that's what he did the next day morning. He came back to this place with his shikari Chowdhury, and they started climbing this hill from the south side. I'm not sure which is the south side here. I'm happy I just found the hill in the first place, and I'll be happier if I can climb this. I don't know what is this shed. So that hill over there is Kunugal Betta, there in my background. Let me recheck the maps again. I am not very clear about the route, but I believe these electric poles might be going up, and I'll try and follow that. Well, I got my pepper spray just in case. Donald or Kenneth, whenever they used to go, they had guns, and I don't have gun, nor do I have the intention of shooting at any animal. So hope this works, and I hope I never have to use this, just in case. So Donald says there are a few caves in the northwest and the northeast direction in this hill. I'm definitely not entering any cave today. I'll be just happy if I can climb this hill. With the rains, this thing is quite slippery here. You can climb till there and check out if there is a route. Donald did mention it's a small hill. It's only around 400 feet tall. So yeah, it does look small. Let me try practicing this. Pepper spray works. It's shooting, The rain seems to be very less. It's quite steep here. See where is that shed? There's no stairs whatsoever, and it's pretty steep and slippery. I see one slipper here, and I hope that's because people have been using this route. I've been speaking pretty loudly now because I want to be heard very, very well, way in advance. If there's anything, I don't want to encounter any animal at close proximity. Man. Oh man, this gets tricky. Ah. I see a little bit of path here. This might be going to the top. I hope it's going to the top. Okay, plastic bottle. That's encouraging signs. Never thought I'll say that. Okay, there is. Alright guys, so finally I hope the GoPro is working now. Let me continue. There's a stretch which is going through the jungle here. There seems to be some route. Okay. I'm not comfortable walking inside the forest. It's good to see it was not much and I'm outside here. Steps here. I think this seems to be man-made. I don't know where so much of water is coming from. The rocks are all wet here. Not sure where the water is coming from. Down there, down below there, that's the route that goes from Ramanagara on that side all the way to Kanakpura behind me over there. There's a beautiful pond here. I guess this will be helping quench the thirst of animals, leopards and bears which stay here. Well, I see a man-made structure which looks like a square a little ahead, and that's what I'm counting for. That should be the top of the hill and must be the temple. Check this out. Yeah, I am near the top here. Fantastic, man. Made it. Made it to the top of Kuppa Gudda hills. Just a little ahead. It's not a temple, but it is just a small place of worship. They have built some sort of a platform here. Check this out. It's a small rock that they have put here as a place of worship, and looks like in 2016 they've got this structure constructed. It is a small hike, but a pretty steep 400 feet hike. Coming back to the story, Donald actually came over here and he says he was able to, once he climbed this hill, there are two caves on the northwest and the northeastern side of this. I am not exactly sure where that is, but yeah, he says from the northwest, he actually went down, climbed down. He climbed this hill from the south side and then he got down. Oops. to the northwest side, wherein there were some caves. So this might be it actually. Let me check out which direction I'm facing now. I'm facing north here, and that is east, and that's west. Donald says that two caves in the northwest direction there, and in the northeast direction there was one cave there. So he first got down a little down here and checked out those caves in the northwest direction. However, he found nothing there. He actually went inside one of those caves. When Donald did not find any sort of movement in the northwest cave, which is in this direction. This is the northwestern side, guys. I'm not going to go any further, it's very steep here. He then went to the other side. The northeast direction. There was one cave there. So that is where he actually got down and he sat and he kept on calling there again like a leopard. And after a while he heard a faint rustle coming from within the cave. He thought it was from within the cave, and then after a while when it repeated, he realized it is not from within, it's actually coming from behind him. And when he turned around to look back, there was this leopard crouched and waiting for a spring right a few feet behind him. That's when he decided. He immediately turned around and he took a shot at the leopard's head, and then he shot again and into its neck. So it seems he was using a very heavy bore, I think a .470 or something, and that practically destroyed the leopard's head, and it immediately died on the spot. So he eventually repented that having taken part in that, because he killed the female leopard, and he eventually with the cubs, and he even shot the male leopard. But that's the way it was. It was not a man-eater in this case, but unfortunately it died. But I hope there are many more leopards in this area, and they have taken back control of this place, and they should be doing well here. Wow, that was quite an adventure, man. I didn't expect this. See this place? I think nobody knows this place. Nobody comes here apart from the villagers. Well, I had to bring in the drone back very quickly because there is a bunch of eagles flying around here, and they are literally attacking the drone, almost coming very close to the drone. And I think they think it's a small bird and they want to pick it up. So I didn't want to risk it. I brought back the drone. But there is a fantastic view from what you might have seen even from this small little drone shot. There's a fantastic view all around here. It's 11:45. I've had a good enough amount of adventure here, and time to get started. Check this out, guys. A porcupine quill. So some evidence that wild animals roam here. So regarding the story, that was pretty much it that had to be told. So it was unfortunate that those leopards were killed, but yeah, I hope there are many more leopards in this area now. There may be leopards right now, right down there in these caves that are supposed to be in this hill. to see wildlife here, all you have to do is to put a trail cam here at this water hole, and I'm sure we'll pick up leopards and bears which are there in this area. This is for sure quite a wild place, man, and especially if you are coming here alone, you know, it feels even more wilder. Check out these berries here. I think bears might be coming down from the hills to eat these berries. ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆ ಕೈಲಾಂಚ.